Will the Order of the Chivalry, being the Knights of the Society and Masters of Arms, please come before their Majesties? Since ancient times, knighthood has served as a symbol of achievement and excellence in combat. Furthermore, those who have distinguished themselves by following the ideals of chivalry, who esteem our laws and who embody the attributes of nobility, are counted as peers. Throughout the known world, knighthood has grown to become the symbol of peerage among those greatly skilled in the arts of combat.
Members of the chivalry, is your order complete?
No, Your Majesty.
Harold, please summon the candidate.
Their Majesties summon into their presence, Magnus Creppinson!
Så kall det Ekson gane sötka Ekson gane sande Doda han ju pasta bröni galne Father's hand. Allt ej väghodin kan du ageligt lande. Hold tongue and hearken all to hear the highest praise spoken here in the halls of the highborn holder of the sable star crown. This silver tongue sings the saga of a swordsman born by sea winds who sought his fame in the steel song. But the breath of sea winds blew to send this battle-seeking warrior to stand before the oaken heart and to study beneath Duke Creppin Street, who later bestowed upon him the belt of red. Wanting to call himself champion, he stepped forth to claim this title in the crown's unbelted tournament. He cleaved all who challenged him, and this champion claimed his title. But this champion could not just be satisfied with claiming this title just once. So once more he cleaved men and claimed this title. His king did see his deadly skill and did choose him to fight a duke as the buy and crown, despite this death dealer's only title being that of Lord. But this Lord of Death did defeat that duke. This Black Star's son, having been called champion twice before, sought the battle fame once more by entering Jarl Floki's champion battle. There he made his bid to be called the Jarl's champion, and there upon the bloody battlefield he beat them all. When the battle was over, this Black Star's son knelt before Jarl Floki, and he was named the Jarl's champion. This fearsome fighter then found himself facing our foreign foes on the field of combat at the Gulf War's champion fight. He fought hard and found victory for his kingdom. Called before his king, he came after claiming many more victories, and he was chosen to join the Order of the Centurion, and he was covered with the eagle's cloak. Once more this king called him to cleave our foreign foes in the Gulf War's champion challenge, and once more he claimed victory for his crown. Your Majesties, These are but some of the many mighty deeds of the man who stands before you. It is my greatest honor to make known the word fame of Centurion Magnus Creppinson.
That your candidate may not have to kneel upon the floor itself. We're doing something for the nation.
Magnus, are you free to accept this accolade, or are you a student to somebody else right now?
I'm a student right now. It's time to release the
Magnus, you've been my squire for many years now. You have served me greatly, and I have had much joy in seeing your transformation. Much as I was released by my knight when the crown called for me to join them and serve them, I will release you to do what we do as knights, to serve our crown, defend our kingdom. Want my belt back.
Didn't know it was a loner. I'm proud of you.
We call now for witnesses to testify as to your fitness for this high honor.
Please turn and make yourself comfortable and face those who will speak about you.
Mistress Caroline Lajou, a member of the Order of the Laurel, would speak for this candidate.
I would, Your Majesties. This candidate is very well known to me,
As he is to the rest of the populace of the great barony of the Steppes. What can I say about Magnus that you don't already know? Obviously he's here because he's really good with his sword. he's obviously very skilled, and Laurel's known for admiration of skill. But what we're known for more is the passion and the drive that is behind that skill, which he exemplifies in space. I don't think I've ever seen anyone more excited to be hit on the field and more excited still when he's able to best an opponent that he's been working toward challenging for some time. I've never seen anyone to be as excited about growth and learning on this path, but every time he was able to improve his skills, he turned around and did that for others as well. He teaches and mentors, and his passion is evident in that as well. I don't think there could be any better example of what the Order of the Laurel looks for in peerage than Magnus. Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, I commend this man to you. He is my peer.
Countess Elizabeth Payton, a member of the Order of Defense, would speak for this candidate.
I would, Your Majesties. Thank you for letting me speak for this candidate. I have known Magnus for many years, and I have watched him defend those that couldn't defend themselves. I've watched him defend his students and defend those on the field. I have watched him with his words and with his deeds, and he has impressed me greatly with those words and deeds. I could speak on his panache. The boy looks good. He uses Febreze on his armor. I could speak on his scholar. He watches video after video after video. He reads books. He learns how to go about the jobs that we've put before him. And I could speak to a soldier. He fights well. He fights damn well. You impress me, and you are my peer.
Judges Torrin 7 Stitches and Mistress Marjorie Gilroy, members of the Order of Pelican, would speak for this candidate.
I would, Your Majesty. I would, Your Majesty. I'm bringing a friend.
Your Majesties. My suite. I've had the honor of knowing this man almost since his first event. He has dined at my table. I've had the privilege of dressing him like my own personal Barbie doll. This man is a fierce warrior. This is what he's being honored for today, his prowess. But I'm here to tell you of another part of him that goes unsung. His servant's heart. How he serves with a humble spirit. How he seeks no reward. Simply, when he sees a need, he jumps in and fills it. And he is so joyous in his service, he assembles a crowd with him to join him along in his efforts. For many hands make light work. It is my true honor today to declare before this populace and your majesties that Magnus is my peer.
I too would speak on his service. I get to see him every single day, which means that I know every single thing this man has done for the barony, for the kingdom, for the known world. There is no greater act of service one can give to the SCA than to help people love it, than to bring them the joy of taking their first steps on the field, making them comfortable at their first event. Look at how big his barony grew with him as Knight Marshal. Look at how many female fighters joined our practice with him as Knight Marshal. This was not by accident. These are the actions of a man who makes people love the SCA, who reminds them why they're here, and who makes them want to come back again and try new things. Whether he's armoring them or just sitting with them at feast, he brings smiles everywhere he goes. He brings love to the SCA, your majesties. He brings love to me, and he is my peace.
Crown Princess Margarita de Mantua and Countess Emma Lisette, ladies of the Order of the Rose, would speak for this candidate.
This masquerade.
After you, Your Majesty. As a member of the Rose, we speak on many of the finer things. The one that I wish to speak on is courtesy. This gentle, courtesy can happen with holding the door open for someone, the way you speak, carrying a box for someone. Sometimes when people don't even notice it, when people are watching or when people are not watching. There's always been courtesy that eludes from you in everything that you have done. I've been fortunate enough to watch you and watch you grow and what you do for, as has been spoke before, for your group, your kingdom, and your group, your region, and your kingdom. But I love what you're doing, and I look forward to seeing what you can bring to our band. Your Majesty, he is.
Your Majesties, thank you for allowing my words to be heard in your court and heard by the populace of Ansteorra. As a Rose, we are looked to for loyalty, guidance, friendship, strength, and so many other things. Magnus, you have showed those things in magnitude. Your strength makes me want to stand and defend when the weak need you. Your faith gives me hope in the dream. You brought me back from an edge. I will never forgive you for that. And I praise you for it. Your loyalty is true as steel. You are loyal beyond compare. I appreciate that too. Your talent makes me question, what kind of art can I be doing better? I'm a little scared of that. Now that you're a knight, I'm okay. But when you were a squire. Your Majesties and beloved kingdom, this man kneeling before you, through his actions and deeds, has proven himself with his brother up here. You are Magnus. Magnus, thank you. Thank you for being up here.
The Lions of Ansteorra, defenders of the dream, are to our people the exemplars of the dream. They are our Thurs, our Cuculanes, our Eleanor's Macquitaine, our Richard Square de Lyon. Baron Ivar Rulamagi, Lion of Ansteorra, defender of the dream, would speak for this candidate.
Your Majesties, people of Ansteorra, I first met Magnus at his very first event. He was a kid that had a dream. At that moment, he knew what he wanted to do. He put on armor and he fought. Not well, but he fought. And he has kept fighting. And he fights not just to gain prowess on the field. He fights so that he might support and protect all of us as we do this, which is more than just a dream. This is our life for many of us, and has been for many years. I have watched you grow from this kid that had a dream to a man who knew what he wanted and fought for it. Your heart is one of the best that I have ever known. You inspire me to try to be better. Your Majesties, without a doubt, Magnus is my peer.
Magnus, hearing the council and those who have spoken for you, we are made to invite you into this order. We do have one last question to ask. Will you choose the belt of the knight or the baldric of the master?
What belt of knighthood is there for this candidate?
This one, Your Majesties. I have crafted this belt by my own hand. That way it would be sparkling white for Magnus on this day. I imagine it won't stay that way very long. But it gets at least one day.
Maester Marjorie?
It's hard to dress other people.
Are there spurs?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Where's part to get that?
Magnus, a knight's spurs are there as a reminder. When you demand others to service, you now have that ability. But know that it does hurt. Should you ever fall in your own service, your spurs will be there to remind you that they will hurt you too.
Is there a chamber for this man?
There is, Your Majesty. Magnus, the knight's chain is there to remind them of the fealty that they carry, always. This is the last chain that I was given when I was made. It has been worn by me and me alone. I would be honored if you would continue on with this.
Magnus, this time we require your oath. On your chain and on the sword.
This is the oath of Magnus. Here do I give my oath.
Here do I give my oath.
To the crown and kingdom of Ansteorra.
To the crown and kingdom of Ansteorra.
I swear to support the laws.
I swear to support the laws.
Ideals and traditions of the society.
Ideals and traditions of the society.
To loyally defend the kingdom.
To loyally defend the kingdom.
And uphold the crown.
And uphold the crown.
To faithfully fulfill.
To faithfully fulfill.
My martial obligations to the crown.
My martial obligations to the crown.
To be the shield of the innocents.
To be the shield of the innocents.
And the sword of justice.
And the sword of justice.
And ever and always be.
And ever and always be.
A good knight and true.
A good knight and true.
Thus swear I.
Thus swear I, Magnus Creppinson.
We accept your oath. In return, we swear to you. We will heed your wise counsel in all things.
We will keep the welfare of Ansteorra first and foremost in all of our decisions. We will work with you to enrich the lives of her people. We will reward that which is freely given by protecting you with our aid and giving you our love.
May all strength fail,
and the world turn against any who break this solemn oath.
Magnus, now you may place the chain.
Take this chain freely and of my own accord, and with this I bind myself to the crown and kingdom of Ansteorra.
We had to write this part down. We dub thee once in remembrance of oaths given and received.
We dub thee twice in remembrance of your station, obligations, and example as a peer of the realm.
We dub thee thrice. Be thou a good and faithful knight. Arise, Sir Magnus Creppinson, Knight of Society and Peer of the Realm. In times, the colleague, or as we call it, the buffet, was a sign of humility. It is not there to damage a vassal, nor is it there as some sign of prowess or masculinity. It is there when you show that you are part of a team and you submit. Magnus Creppinson, for the last time, let this be your last answer blow.
The order of the Chivalry and the National Society. For Sir
Go home and do that.